Hello everyone, so welcome back. So in this tutorial, we'll be seeing how to create a robust AI-powered article generator using CrewAI and Ollama. The goal is to build a Streamlit web application that leverages two specialized AI agents, one for research and the other for writing, to generate a comprehensive article on any topic. And the best part is the solution runs locally using the open source model. So in our case, we will be using Mistral, and then the cutting out the need for costly API services. So what we'll be building basically is a web application that generate the detailed articles on any given topic, and a multi-agent system that consists of specialized agent. One is for to research and another one is for to write, and a local setup using OLLama instead of relying on paid cloud APIs. Okay. So the prerequisite for run this application is to install set of packages. So in our case, it will be this AI and then LangChain community and then LangChain OpenAI and then Streamlight. So let's install all this. So if you see, we have done installing all the required packages that we need for to run this agentic application. So once it's done, we'll be using Ollama as I said. So we'll be using Mistral. So if you haven't installed Ollama in your local machine, please do install it by go to the link above here. And I have already done a tutorial on this. And yeah, just install Ollama on your local machine. So once it's done, you can see Ollama list. If you have any if you haven't installed any model yet, you have to do Ollama pull Mistral or Ollama pull openhermes, yeah, depending on your requirement what model you want to use. So in my case, I have already pulled the model Mistral Lite, and yeah, we will be using this Mistral Lite model for our agentic application today. So basically, if you see, I have already done this Python script which is runnable. And let me go through it one by one. We have to import all the necessary libraries that we need. Like for example, here we need of course CrewAI and then LangChain community tool. Maybe you can make use of DuckDuckGo search run for to search internet for the content, or otherwise you can use the default LLM model to get the response from. So in our case, we can, yeah, I have already loaded this tool, but in the search I have put it in comment. Maybe yeah, if you want to use this tool to search in internet, yeah, please do uncomment this line to make use of it. And there is some rate limit according to DuckDuckGo. So once we're done with it, we will be using Chat OpenAI to import the Ollama model. So for to do that, you can use the model param and use Ollama Mistral Lite in our case. As I said, if you I have installed already the model, which is Mistral Lite here, and the base URL from where Ollama is running is by default. We use this port, and then temperature is 0.1. Do not hesitate to change it according to your use case. So once we're done with it, we have to write a script, and yeah, so our system uses two agents as I said, like one for research. So for the research agent, we have given this prompt. So where you are a distinguished research analyst with expertise in emerging technologies and market trends, with a PhD in technology foresight and years of experience at leading think tanks, you can excel at identifying and breakthroughs, innovations, and their potential impact on industry and society. And another agent is for writing, which is you are award-winning technology journalist known for making complex subjects accessible to everyone. So with a background in both science, communications, and creative writing, you have mastered the art of transforming the technical insights into compelling narratives. So your articles have been featured in leading tech publications, and you have a knack for finding the human angle in every story. Yeah. So we have our two backstories for our two different agents. So now it's time to create this agent. For that, we will be naming this agent as new researcher with agent. So we have our senior analyst role, and for the backstory, we will be using the first one. And for the moment, as I said, I just put the tools in command. Maybe you can use the Dr. Goran as well. in your case. And in our case, LLM is Mistral Lite, as we have already initialized here with Open AI. And then delegation is like true. If the delegations allows the agents to give back their work across the other agents in their ecosystem. And then we will be creating a writing agent in the same way, but this time with the backstory, which is writer backstory that we have written earlier. So yeah, we have just done the same thing here, and allow delegation is false here. So now we're done with it. So once we have this, we will be creating a focused task for both agents to follow. So the research task focus on like gathering key information, while the writing task involves turning that information into an article. So for the research task, like we have set of description here, like perform an in-depth analysis of the topic which is given by addressing the following key areas. For example, overview of the current landscape and recent breakthroughs and identifications of key players and innovation driving the progress, and the analysis of like market impact and emerging opportunities, and exploration of the main technical challenges and potential solutions, future predictions and expected developments in the area of this topic. And then ensure the research include like detailed examples, relevant statistics, and insights from like credible sources. And then we have the expected output as a detailed research report covering all the major aspects of this topic with specific examples and data points. For this task, we will be using the agent called new researcher, like that we have defined earlier from here with the backstory, researcher backstory. And we'll be using the LLM as by default. In our case, we'll be using the same model all across, which is Mr. Light. So we have to put all this initialized along with our task class, which is coming from. So once we're done with it, we have to define the task for writing for the writer agent. So we have to initialize this with task class, where the description is using the research findings, craft and engaging articles that starts with an attention grabbing introduction and simplifies the complex ideas using relatable analogies, and then incorporate the practical examples and the real world use cases, and expose the potential implications for like various industries, and conclude with a forward looking perspective. And the articles should have a balanced tone, like being optimistic but realistic about the challenges, and present the content in clear, well organized markdown with appropriate headings and sections for easy reading. And our expected output would be like a well structured markdown article of 12 to 14 paragraphs with clear sections and engaging content. For this task, we will be using news writer agent that we have initialized here with the backstory, writer backstory. So the output will be given in a markdown format, and then we'll be using the same LLM as across. And then it's time to build our basic Streamlight web application. So I hope you have already worked with Streamlight application for demo purpose, and this is a simple one. So we have to set the title, which is in our case it's CrewAI articles generator, and then we can give the icon, and then yeah, so the page title would be like a article generator, and we can give the short description of what it is about. This application uses AI and with Ollama to generate like comprehensive articles on any topics, and it will do the research analyst who gather and analyzes the information, and the technology journalist who grab the final article. So this is the basic information that we'll be providing as an information to the user of this application. And once it's done, we should have a text input box for sure to enter the topic with which we want to like generate an article with. And yeah, so we will be generating articles in various areas from quantum computing to AI, Gen AI, Web3, and beyond. And we will be having our small button which is generate article. So once the user just type the topic that they wish to search or generate an article with it, so they can then press this button to generate the article. If the topic is not given, we have to just want the user to enter the topic to generate an article. So if it's done, we should have the progress bar which will be running behind, as the agent is searching for the information to generate the article. So this search bar will go from 0 to 100%. So it will help the user to understand that the agent is working behind the screen for searching and generating the articles. So for that, we have to initialize the crew with agents, as we have already two agents, as I said, and we have the two tasks as well, as we have initialized earlier, which is research task and writing task. And we will be putting these processes in sequential manner, as we have to search the topic and then we have to write the topic. So it's in a sequential way we are building this agent. And we will be having the spinner, like spinner will help us to understand, like while the progress bar is running, so it will be writing a simple test for the user to understand, like the agent is searching behind and writing about the topic. The initial time we will be putting like 50% as our progress bar, and then so once it's completed we will be getting our 100% progress bar, and it will be printing the result that we got from our crew in the markdown format in the web application, I mean in the Streamlit application. So we will be adding a download button once the content is generated by the agent behind. So we will be adding a download button. So this download button is useful to like download the generated article in the markdown format. The file name would be in this format with the topic and then article in the markdown format. So that's it. Like it's a simple web application that we just built with this multi-agent approach. Yeah, let's run this application to see how we can generate the article. So let me do. So let's run the application. So as you see, this is the front end of our application, the basic markdown, which just appears and gives us the instruction to the user. And now we will be trying to search, and so we will be generating an articles on a topic called vision language model. For example, let's search vision language model advancement and click generate article. So if you see in the behind, like just try to researching the topic and writing about this topic, and in parallel, if you see in the terminal, it's just saying like senior research analyst is got initialized and it's just performing the task just given. So it may take like few minutes to complete, as because we are just running a Ollama LM model on local machine. So once it's just done with the article generation, it will create a blog.markdown file in our local directory, as we have like mentioned here with our second task. We have to output this the information that it generate in the blog.md as well. And we will be having our download button as well in once it's just done with the writing, and from there we can download it as well. It may take a few minutes to complete, as I said. Let's wait. So if you see now, we have done with generating the articles. So it have generated the article in Markdown in the web page, and also just given us the download button here to download this article. And if you see in the terminal, like so just for the first agent started to research for the content, and yeah, just grab some content. Then our next agent, which is technology journalist, who just started to craft the content as an article. So once it's decided, it just giving its final answer here, and that's what we see here. So now if you want, you can download the article. Let's download the article here. So let me go here to the downloaded article. So it's in the markdown format. So the same content that we saw earlier here in this in the web page. Yes, it's quite amazing, right? We have a clean crafted article which our agent have generated. So if you see in the local folder, we have the blog.md, which is as well the output of second agent. So it's the same thing that we see here in this markdown file. So far, what we have done is we have done a Ollama integration instead of like relying on OpenAI cloud APIs. We use Ollama to use and run the model locally. And the setup is done through the chat OpenAI class with the custom base URL pointing to the Ollama server. And we have built the agent system. The application do have like two agents. The one is the research analyst, which gathers and analyzes the detailed information, and the technology journalist, which transforms the research into an engaging, readable content. So, and then we will be having our task pipeline. The tasks are like executed sequentially in our case. The one is the comprehensive research is conducted, and the second part, the research is then transformed into an article. And then we do have our web interface, which is built with Streamlit app. which provides a user-friendly interface where user can like enter the topic of for to generate an article with it, and then monitor the progress of article generation and view and download this final article. And what are the benefits of using Ollama is like it's cost effective, no need for like expensive API calls as everything runs locally. And the second thing is privacy. All processing happens on your local machine and ensuring the data privacy. And the third one is like it's customizable, easily switch between different models available in Ollama. And then no rate limits. It just generate as many articles as you will like without hitting any limits. Basically, what are the best practices and tips would be like model selection, while we are using Mistral here and which works well as well. We can use openhermes and other models which are available. So you can experiment with other models available in Ollama. And memory usage, setting memory true, which will allow the agents to like maintain context during the task. And then temperature setting as well. You can use a lower temperature for more focused and consistent output. And then error handling, like validating the input and handle the potential errors gracefully to ensure like smooth operations across the agent. So hope you find this tutorial helpful, and do not hesitate to ask your questions in the comment section below, and do not hesitate to let me know what topics need to be covered in our upcoming sessions. Subscribe to our channel, and in the way you will be get notified whenever I upload a new video tutorial. So see you in our next session. Until then, this is Abunia. Bye for now.